So I'm trying to decide if I want to like exhaust all the dialogues with every person before you go back to Fall from Grace, or just like say hi to everybody first and then go to her. Anyway, we talked to one of the people. Here's the second one. Delora, this dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be gray, are the color of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft, calm, and without inflection. It has a certain far-away quality, as if somehow not attached to her. Greetings. I am called Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me? She blinks her eyes and touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play, though I have the materials for few such games here. May I ask you a few questions? Dolores casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh. I am willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies. But I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help you with? He looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think, all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I can do? Certain? He pauses over the thinking. No, I am not. My first love, Merriman, still possesses the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Why don't you seek him out, speak with him? She shakes her head. I may not leave this place. The reasons are deeply personal, and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot seek out Merriman myself. Then I'll find him and speak to him on your behalf.
Updated my journal.
Dolores nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head. Were you to find and speak with Merriman? I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. Huh. I wonder... Okay, we lost... I feel like we lost an opportunity to ask about other stuff there. Okay, let's do the other conversations then. Okay, I'm probably gonna load after saying this one, but let's see. I was hoping for something of a more physical nature. Delora seems neither intrigued nor repulsed, but answers in the same flat tone. Then you are mistaken as to the purpose of this establishment. The brothel caters to the lusts of the cerebral sort, not those of the loins. In any case, I assure you I would make a most unsatisfactory partner. Why'd you say that? That is simply my nature. Allow me to show you. She reaches out to touch your arm. Allow her to touch you. Delora runs the back of her hand along your forearm. Her skin is smooth and dry, but cold, like chilled iron. The touch sends a shiver down your spine and sets the hairs of your arm on end. Do not trouble yourself to ask who or what I am, for I will only tell you it is simply my nature. You mentioned debating? Dolores nods. That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigillian politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in Archeron, the meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate. Not right now, farewell. Okay, so let me see if this gives experience. Yeah, it does. Okay. Alright, we're gonna... Okay. I think what we're gonna try to do is briefly talk to everybody, and then see if Fall from Grace will join us.
All right.
And then go back and complete the, all the dialogues with everybody.
I'm gone.
Okay. So you talked to 2 people, and there's supposed to be 10. Yeah, we've also spoken to the Armor.
Done.
Let's see if we can look in these chests without getting in trouble.
Aye? Why not?
Done.
Okay. Juliet. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably, and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings. She gives you the only briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more. Greetings, yes, I am named Juliet. How may I? Oh, never thou mind. Leave me be, please. She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. Only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage. Hey, Drago, I'm doing well. How are you? Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is. She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples. Dreadfully boring. Perhaps I could make it a little less boring for you. No, no. 'Tis kind of thee to offer, though. I am already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just that I wish... She taps her finger against her chin. Something more of our liaison. Is the relationship lacking, then? The only thing it lacks is excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union is to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going... She frowns. So smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. 'Twould seem that my life is filled with a variety of problems. That thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can't remember any courtships I've had. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest that I may have had some problems. 'Tis just that all my friends have had such interesting relationships, ones fraught with turmoil. I had to mute to sneeze there for a second. I might sneeze again. Tis just that all my friends have such interesting relationships. One's fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one's back, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me, and whom the world loves. She sighs again. A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Morty floats close to you, whispering, I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. A chit like this is nothing but trouble. Yeah, I might go down one path and then check and see if the other path is, quote-unquote, better. That doesn't sound wise, Juliet. Relish what you have. I wish to experience troubles, though. I wish to experience the ups and downs of courtship. But with him, no other. He sighs. Ah, such a thing was love. It can be as dull as a club, and is of no use to an aspiring sensate. What did you have in mind to spice things up? I am not sure. Some element of danger. Or jealousy. Something intense. Why don't you have an affair? You chews her lips. Chews her lip. Never could I have a true affair. Or I love him too much, but perhaps I could have a false one. She looks you up and down critically. Thou dost appear to be no stranger to dangerous behavior. Art thou interested in becoming a suitor? Then it for me. He frowns. My company and gratitude will be enough. No, it won't. Her frowns deepens at this complication. What didst thou have in mind? That does not involve or touching me. I want some information. Also, thank you for the follow. Juliet mulls it over and nods. Very well, I shall deliver once thou dost deliver. Dost thou understand? Agreed. Excellent. My love, Montague, may be found within the Civic Fest Hall. I thank thee. Of course. I'll go speak to him.
Updated my journal.
Farewell. Let me see here. I suspect I may have choices for that quest. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So that's the third one we've spoken to. Potentially fourth if the armor counts. Nenny, nice eyes? Nenny? Yeah.
Right.
Alright, let's quickly see if we can loot this stuff. I never know if this is gonna get us into trouble or not. It seems completely random. Handkerchief. Okay.
I'm gone.
To Nenny here. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gracefully and looks up at you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I am Nenny. And how are you this fine day? She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my, you're hurt. She blinks. All over. Morty spins around, mocking the girl's obviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. They're old scars. They're all old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I had some questions. Huh? She can't seem to terrorize from your scars. Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I am named Nenny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my greatest pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under those scars too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. That one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of the ink. I think that's ink. She squints at that tattoo and then reaches out to touch it. I think that's ink. She traces a finger along the edges of the tattoo. Is it ink? What a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here. She touches the center of the tattoo. That's simply amazing. She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment. I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars. Nothing to be done about the scars, they're permanent. Oh, I'm sorry. Pox on me for even mentioning them. She cringes. But I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you, and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain. None of the physical variety, really. Oh, are you hurt inside? In the head? She clasps her hands eagerly. Mayhap I can help. In fact, I know I can. Part of the sensate's training is to learn how to draw hurt from others. My mistress says the sensate may draw pain from a wound and bring it into oneself, but nonetheless, I can try. May I try? Please say yes. Your mistress? Oh yes. She smiles brightly. Mistress Grace. She's the most wondrous person I've ever known. Okay, try and help me. As she draws her nearer, you notice Nenny's skin is lightly perfumed with the scent of lilacs. She rests her gloved hand gently upon your forehead and closes her eyes. She hums lightly to herself, and you feel a faint warmth spreading throughout your body. Thanks, that felt nice. Sure, glad I could help. She beams at you. She seems ready to burst with joy. Huh. No experience or anything?
Right.
Curious. So how many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 if the armor counts.
I'm gone.
Okay.
Ready. Why not?
The containers again.
I'm gone.
A bit of random loot. Well, not random, but loot. You say so, Drago. Yeah, the striking young woman has skin the color of burnished copper, a translucent white dress, held precariously by golden clasps, is draped carefully over her shapely form. Greetings. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? She shakes her head, shrugging, gives you an apologetic look. Who are you? She smiles and curtsies, but offers no response. Can you speak? She shakes her head and smiles sadly at you.
Updated my journal.
I love this shit already. Can you write then? Or pantomime? She pouts, shaking her head. May I ask why you can't communicate? He sighs softly and nods. Okay. There's probably a way to get her voice back. And that's 6 maybe, if we count the armor. Okay, I don't see anybody in this room.
Done.
Gold earring, that's just for selling. Same with that.
All right.
Thank you, Drago. I appreciate it. Some sort of, I don't know if that's a secret door or just a door, but seems to go to a new area, so let's finish up in this place. This one's
Aye, what?
hanging out in the dark for some reason.
Done.
Gorgon Salve. So let's see what this is. A small bottle labeled as Gorgon Salve, smeared onto the surface of any being turned to stone. It will revert them to flesh. Okay.
I'm gone.
Alright, give me just a second. I need to step away for 1 minute. I'll be right back. Let's see, what was this one's name? Marissa? Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. She turns to you, but you can see nothing of her face. Greetings. The figure answers in a voice that is slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone. Yes? Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition. So rude and foolhardy. You can hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze or the hissing of serpents. Morty whispers quietly, "Whoa, creepy shit." My apologies, lady, I wasn't sure if someone was here. The woman gives a slight But it would seem there is someone in the room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way then? Got some questions. Ask. Okay. Then we'll come back and after we've talked to everybody. Okay, I've lost count of how many we're on now. This one seems empty.
You want to know?
Done.
Well, 27 copper commons, amazing. I think I've already spoken to Vivian. Okay, let's speak to the one hanging outside here. Kasai Ceres. This alarmingly voluptuous woman has a thick mane of wavy raven-colored hair, bluish skin, and simmering crimson eyes, like rubies which a fire is lit behind them. Though she is not beautiful in the typical sense of the word, her features are exotic and not altogether unattractive. Mort, like Latin for death. Oh, Mort, not Morty. Is that what you're saying? The woman's voice is deep and sensuous. And my greetings to you, sir. Her burning eyes roam over you. I'm Casse Ceres. So tell me, what might I do for you? Anything, Mort cries. Do anything you want to me. Casse laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She shakes her head and smiles at Mort. Truly, though, please, what can I do for you? Had some questions? Okay. I wonder if all we have to do is just, like, say hi to everybody. This room looks empty.
All right.
I wonder if there's any reason for these handkerchiefs. Probably not. Oops. Someone's got something hiding behind the open door here.
Might as well.
Done.
Make sure we don't get anybody angry at us. Although you could call him Morty as an abbreviation for Mortimer Rictisgrin, his full name. Okay, Kimaxi at her tongue. The wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered only by a narrow leather thong, a black cloth brassiere, and armored shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration rather than actual protection. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covered her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her eyes, nostrils, lips, and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription, Kimaxi at her tongue. Greetings. She bares her teeth at you. And just what are you looking at, you banged-up sod? My friend thought you were attractive, but whoa, was he ever horribly mistaken. She sneers at Mort, then looks below him, where her body would normally be. Sharp tongue for a stemless debtor. Let them keep at it. Like I'd let mine anywhere near if I had one. What, did you hear the word brothel and think you could make some jink here, you flea-bitten gutter whore? Ha! Can't believe they even let you in the door. What with all those ticks hopping off your shaggy legs? Ticks? The only annoying insect around here is you. She suddenly turns to you. Hey, you here to talk to me or what? Or what? What else can I do with you? What do you have in mind, you son jawbox? Go ahead, give me a reason to say no to you. What do you usually do for patrons? I am a practitioner of abuse. What's that mean? I'll show you. Her hand lashes out to slap your face, but you manage to barely dodge the blow. She pouts visibly, then scowls. Oh well. Say, can you teach Mort here to be more abusive? She raises her eyebrows. Now that's an unusual request. I don't know. Seems pretty foul-mouthed already. That's he. Seems pretty foul-mouthed. Kimaxi Blatterdung. You scruffy goat-gammed harlot. You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bone box. I can walk, run, dance. What do? Bob around wishing you had a pair, goats or otherwise. The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults, and clashing with razor-edged tongues. At the end, the two stop their bickering, and eerie silence settles over them, as they eye one another hatefully. Finally, the tiefling makes a grudging admission to Mort. You're not bad, really. Not bad at all. Better than you, perhaps? Mort waggles his eyebrows at her. What eyebrows? Eh? She narrows her eyes and Mort, don't push it, skull.
New taunts, alright.
I won't, tiefling. I will admit I might have learned a thing or two. Good thinking, Chief. Sure thing, Mort. Kimaxi turns to you. So is that all you wanted? I'm not spending any more time near you than I have to. That's it for now, farewell. She rolls her eyes. Hike off, then.
Done.
Okay, so maybe one left, maybe two left, not sure. And there is one more in here.
Right.
I'm gone.
It's interesting, there's a love letter in here. This is a passionate, steamy, and rather graphic love letter. Who it's to and whom it's from, however, are quite vague. One second. Okay. Alright. How do I think this is pronounced? Eves? Eves the Tail Chaser. This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft, sea-green eyes. Greetings. Greetings. I am Eves the Tail Chaser. What a coincidence. I too chase tails. She continues, unperturbed. Have you come to trade tales? Some questions. She nods quietly. I've spoken to 9 prostitutes altogether. Do you know who or where the 10th student is? She shakes her head. Speak with Nenny. She's forever pacing about, observing everything intently.
Done.
Let's go talk to Nenny. She in... which room was she in? Here we go. Huh. Doesn't seem to have a question for the 9th. Let me see what she says about tell me about this place. Sure I can. The Brother of Slating Intellectual Lust is a school that is started by Mistress Fall from Grace. The prostitutes here, like me, are taught the ins and outs of talking to people, all to help us learn more about ourselves and others. I love it here. It's a non-stop wave of experiences crashing into me, filling my head with fresh new ideas. Morn mutters to himself. I guess it's good that there's something in there. Eh. Huh. Strange I can't ask about the 10th. Let's go see what Fall from Grace has. I think there are some options for the 10th one. I don't remember what they are,
How may
though.
I help you?
Fall from Grace turns as you approach and smiles slightly. How may I help you? I had some other questions I wanted to ask you. Spoke to 9 of the students as you asked, but could not find the 10th. And you could not find the 10th? How curious. So we've got a couple options here. Lewis or myself. Maybe these all work. Lewis was the armor that we talked to. I'm thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I've spoken to all of them. She nods. Very well. And your thoughts? I've learned what it means to aspire to be a sensate, and that it is better to go in search of experience rather than have it come to you. She nods. Very well. I will travel with you if you still desire my company. I do. 20,000.
Oh, Mistress High and Mighty will be joining us. What do we need her for?
You couldn't possibly understand.
I wish she would fall from great height. I might even bump her off myself. How may I
She has much more HP than Ignis does. Okay. What do we got here? What do these do? 2 to armor class. Huh. Can Fall from Grace wear these? Yeah, okay, maybe we just keep her out of range though. What level is she? 7, so same, she was the same as when Ignis joined us. Okay. He's a member of the Sensate faction. Okay, let's check spells. Protection from evil, 10 seconds per level, 1 creature. I mean, that is nice, but it doesn't last very long. Blessing. And a similar. It's probably more useful because it's an AoE type thing. What else do we got here? Curse, opposite bless. Detect evil, I can't imagine why I would actually need that. Halo of Lesser Revelation. It makes enemies easier to hit. I think probably Bless and maybe the heal spells. Aid. Again, only 10 seconds. Spiritual Hammer. This is a crazy range. 30 feet per level. Bizarre. Also, its saving throw is 1/2, so it will always do damage. Call Lightning. Looks like enemies only, which is nice. Oh wait. This damage affects any creature within the 10-foot radius, or the bolt crashes down. And it's outdoors only. Rare, 5 seconds per level. Aim walk. Here, remove curse, speak with dead. Oh, this is weird. Why does she have this? When it's like specific to the nameless one? I think we'll use rare. Okay, we'll start with that and then see what we actually end up using. Okay, let's make a new save here. Grace.
Yes?
Let's see what she has to say. Can you tell me about the Tanari? The Tanari are fiends. Some call them demons. They have embraced evil for chaos's sake. They dwell upon the poisoned plains of the abyss, where they feed on their own rage and lash out across the multiverse, despoiling all they touch. They forever seek to tempt others into committing crimes of passion and vice. And you're a Tanari? That is correct. I am a lesser Tanari. More specifically, a succubus. She gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. We've already had this dialogue with her. And you?
Yes?
Yeah, we've already had that. How did you end up in Sigil? It's a long tale, and not as interesting as some would make it out to be. She sighs. It is intertwined in other tales of war and slavery, and it's not a pleasant tale. I would still like to hear it. Very well. No, my past is not a long one. At least by Sigil as in seagull. Sigil? Blech. I kinda hate the way that feels in my mouth. Very well. No, my past is not a long one. At least by Tanari standards. I do not know if you are familiar with the Tanari, but we are a race of the Abyss. A staggered series of planes filled with chaos and evil. Go on. I am a Tanari, a fiend, a succubus. I grew up upon the first plane of the Abyss. My mother was a succubus herself. As I am sure you are aware, succubi tempt mortals to bring their souls to the Abyss. My mother was among the finest, seducing Seducing countless mortal men to their eternal damnation, she now dwells in the abyss, selling her children into slavery. Your mother sold you into slavery? Yes. She sold me to the Byattsu, the blood enemies of the Tanari. I think she rather expected that they would kill me. Despite her knowledge of other subjects, she knows little of their culture and the delight they take in tormenting others. How'd you escape? The Byattsu are a proud species. The thought of a Tanari could best them at anything was intolerable to them. So I challenged one of the proudest of the pit fiends to a contest of improvisation, and my Tanari nature afforded me an advantage. As you see, the Tanari are creatures of chaos, wild and unpredictable. The Byattsu are more cunning, with orderly hearts. They understand improvisation, but they are not its best practitioners, and thus I won my freedom, and my path brought me to Sigil. Ugh, I kinda hate the way Sigil feels in my mouth. Sigil sounds way more natural. Let's see. Okay, that seemed like one complete conversation.
Yes?
Oh, wait, no. Hold on.
Yes?
Wait, did I miss a dialogue option by any chance? Let me see something real quick.
Yes?
Why'd you set up the brothel? I established the brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression, rather than the simply carnal. And we've already had this dialogue too. Okay.
Yes?
Make sure I didn't miss anything here.
Yes?
Okay. How'd you come by the name Fall from Grace? The meanings of names is a complicated subject. There is much to be said, and a great deal that is better left unsaid. Is Fall from Grace your real name? Perhaps. She smiles slyly. Perhaps not. There are names which are given, and names which are earned. Who is to say which is the real name? I think the name which is earned carries the greater weight. That may be so. Why do you think that? Because a name that is earned is not arbitrary. A name that is earned tells of what you've accomplished. She nods. Your point is well taken. So why are you called Fall from Grace? Would it matter? She smiles. It is an earned name. It matters to me. I would like to know how you came to be called that. I have fallen from my people. Some would say risen from my people, perhaps, but fall feels more right to me. He looks at you questioningly. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. After all, fall carries with it an underlying sense of loss. She is silent for a moment, then nods thoughtfully. Yes, perhaps that is why it felt as it did. I came to terms with the loss long ago, but the name has remained. Are you sure you've come to terms with it? She meets your gaze, and you are once again struck by the brilliant shade of blue of her eyes. It is turbulent like the ocean before a storm. I had thought so, yet in speaking to you, you have caused me to realize some things. She smiles. You have my thanks. Well, if you want to talk about it, let me know, all right? She nods. You are most kind. I will do so.
Yes?
Okay. Let's ask her about the sensates now.
Yes?
The sensates are the faction of Sigil that are devoted to experience. Without experience, without sensation, we've already had this conversation too.
Yes?
Can you teach me anything about the art? She shakes her head slightly. No, I do not believe so. The art and the disciplines I practice are different. What do you mean? My powers, as you see them, stem from my faith, not from manipulating the energies as the art does. The art is a mechanism by which the powers of the multiverse may be harnessed through gestures, rituals, and devices. My powers come to me through a different means. My faith and my nature and the nature of my belief allows some of the multiverse to reveal itself to me. The nature of your belief? What do you believe in? I believe in experience. I believe a person may be changed, for the better, the more of the multiverse they are allowed to perceive, and the more the multiverse is allowed to perceive them. My belief in the nature of experience allows me to... She pauses for a moment, thinking. I suppose the best explanation is that my faith allows me to see things differently. When you see the multiverse in such a way, you learn how to change things, mending wounds, seeing a person's heart, and so on, just by willing them to happen. Do you have a spellbook? No, my spells, as you call them, come to me after I have rested and centered myself. When I sleep and awaken, I can focus myself once more. The amount of faith required to change the multiverse around me can be quite taxing on the psyche, I'm afraid. Just being able to see how to change things is not enough. You must have the strength to make the change happen, and to last. You believe in experience because of what happened with you with the Byatsu? She nods. I've thought long upon that, and I believe so, yes. She looks at you questioningly. I think it is because I am content with what I have become, and do not think it would have been possible without experiencing the multiverse as I did. Okay. I don't think it has anything to do with experience in the multiverse. I think it's how you dealt with the experience that was important. She nods slowly, seeming thoughtful. There is truth in what you say. I think there would have been many others who, when subjected to the experiences you were, would have crumbled. You learned from it and became stronger. It shows great strength of will and of character. She's looking at you silently. And I admire that about you. Not only the strength, but the ability to see horrors as a way to becoming a better person. Takes the strength few possess. I wonder if Anna's gonna get pissed off at us again. She smiles and nods. I thank you. Your words are insightful and kind, but I fear that my strength of character is not as strong as it would seem. Yet I try to treat each experience as a new opportunity for learning.
Yes?
Alright,
Yes.
next up is asking her about the companions. Actually, let's ask her about the weapons first. You ever use weapons? No, there is seldom the need, and I find that I cannot bear the touch of cold iron, or even steel, for long periods of time. In any event, I have a number of natural defenses that tend to discourage attackers,
Updated my journal.
such as, the kiss of a succubus is lethal to mortals, though they rarely realize the danger until their death is almost upon them. She sighs. I can resort to it when the need arises.
Yes?
Oh, that's weird. We kind of get like into two separate like lists of questions here.
Yes?
Okay, let's talk about our companions. Me. Oh wow, there's a lot here. Okay, hold on, before we go that,
Yes.
maybe we about our travels. Can I read your diary? No. Please. He gives a slight smile. A lady must have her secrets. Just thought I'd ask, let's move on.